Welcome back to another awesome video.
Today we're looking at a piece of technology from 1985, the Sony Watchman. Everyone's probably heard of the Sony Walkman, which is audio. This is portable video. I ran across this in my backyard shed, and so I thought, why not pull it out and see if it works?
Does it have a giant spider in it like the Yamaha receiver?
No, but I think some ants may have gotten into it.
Uh-oh.
This was actually given to my dad as a gift. He was a teacher. It was given to him by his students, and I remember using it a couple times on camping trips, but obviously it's not going to receive anything now, so let's just put some
Why
back.
on camping trips?
I guess because you could just take it with you and pick up a weather report or something. It also came with this cool gray bag, which is a carrying case. We never used that. I don't know why you'd want to do that. It makes it look, I guess, more futuristic when you put it in the bag. Maybe you could use it as a weapon. I don't know.
Sony, if you're watching this, we know that you now make PS5s.
Yeah. I always find it amusing they throw in these generic sheets like this, talks about the dangers of 120 volts and stuff, but this thing actually runs on batteries. This brochure talks about polarized plugs and things like that. So
if you have a spider in your bathtub, just throw a boombox in there and you'll be good.
Not sure where that came from, but anyway, but yeah, it runs on 6 volt via that input or batteries, but without delaying any longer, we put batteries in it. Let's turn it on and see what happens. And it works. But unfortunately, there's nothing broadcasting anymore because they shut down analog TV a long time ago. So it does have an input, and we'll show a couple of ways to get a signal into it. There's a contrast button on the side.
VCR, like we did on the old TV.
Yeah. Now, just for grins, let's look and see what's inside of it. There's nothing wrong with it, but I just want to take a peek on the inside just to see what it looks like.
Ants.
Yeah, well, you could tell there's some dirt in there, so some ants may have been in there. We're just going to clean it up a little bit and put it back together, but exactly what you'd expect to find, just a bunch of circuit boards all crammed in there. I'm not going to go any further.
The other thing to talk about is if you look at the antenna, if you have one of these, it's really long. I'm watching TV. Oh, sorry, sir, I poked your eye out.
Yeah. Another fun fact is, we think of CRT or tube TVs like this one as predating LCD, but actually, as soon as these were introduced in '82, we also had an LCD TV back in the '80s as well. They just weren't as good as the ones we have today. Okay, so now it's 2021. How do we get a TV signal into this thing without spending a lot of money? We just want to see that it works. Well, this digital converter box is a good way to do that. It gets over-the-air digital signals and can output them on RF channel 3 or 4, which is what this TV can pick up. So I have a strong digital station in the area, so I'm just going to stick a piece of wire in there to use as an antenna, and then we're going to hook up a standard coax cable. Now the TV does have an input, which we'll attach that later. This is just a way to quickly get going. You could just sort of touch the coax connector to the antenna and you'll get a picture, some sort of fuzzy picture. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to clamp it on there with an alligator clip using this little adapter for older televisions, and we'll just hook it up and see what happens. There we go. So we got something. Yeah.
What does that say?
It says no signal. We're getting not a very good signal. Anyway.
$20 it says?
Yeah.
An SUV built around you. All of you.
So to get rid of the fuzzy picture from the converter box, I just took a headphone adapter and taped some wires to it, and at that point I get a much clearer picture. Let's take a look at that.
Making history.
News Channel 3, I think it says. Bright spot.
Making a name for herself in the city and in a professional sports league.
She certainly is. WRAG's Simone Woolridge introduces us to the Edit Bay and shows us how she's helping others get a leg up. It's pivotal. It's our starting point in it.
That blood is powerful enough to buy the church.
And it's going to be big, and it's going to help more than just Ole Miss and the fans. It's also going to help the economy.
BBC's Danny Vincent reports from Hong Kong.
Now let's do something a little bit more interesting. Let's connect this TV to an old school Nintendo and see about gaming on a 2-inch TV.
Oh no.
Don't yawn.
Give me a minute. I tried to do that, but it didn't turn out too well. I got killed a bunch of times. I'm stuck. Oof.
Anyway, what do you think of gaming on a 2-inch television?
No thanks.
You hit those question marks, you get some extra stuff.
No, but it's so small.
This is a lot better to experience on a larger TV, obviously. So now in 2021, 36 years later, we have advanced way beyond the Watchman with a flat screen HD device that fits in your pocket. The only advantage the Watchman might have over the modern smartphone is the fact that nobody is tracking what you're watching. The Watchman was never quite the success as the Walkman introduced in '79 by Sony. That was a huge success. The article I showed earlier mentioned the Watchman had sold 1 million units by '86, but it wasn't quite the same success as the Walkman. Anyway, that about wraps up our tour of the Watchman. Thank you for watching our channel and this video.
See you next time for another awesome video. Bye.
Just get some sleep. Maybe later I'm gonna scrounge up some lumber, see if I can finish that roof. Pete, you look exhausted. Get some sleep. I get some when I need it.
You know that sentence that begins, it's none of my business, but...
Okay.